Pathological demand avoidance. A pattern of behavior in which kids go to extremes to ignore or avoid anything perceived as demand. Is that the same as oppositional defiant? ODD is a willful choice to disobey. What's the word we're talking? Pathological demand avoidance is a crippling inability to comply. It's an important distinction. An important distinction in children with ODD. Reading. An important distinction in children with, what does ODD stand for? I forget. Oppositional defiant disorder do respond to consistent behavioral interventions. Children with pathological demand avoidance don't. Thank you, Caroline. So if someone has a problem with my communication skills, I would like to let you know Caroline told me I'm not capable. I never grew out of it in childhood. But this is very much true. Yep. Mm-hmm. This sounds like symptoms of borderline personality. Pathological demand avoidance is an autism spectrum condition, which is interesting because a couple people commented and said they never related to anything more and they have autism. So, but I don't know if that's true. This is just on the front page. PD is more intense and pervasive than ODD. Pathological defiance disorder is an extreme avoidance of everyday demands and is anxiety driven. Extreme avoidance of everyday demands. What an interesting way to phrase my life. It's a good way to put it. Yep. I don't even talk about that shit on the internet. I oppose it. They used to throw around oppositional defiant disorder when I was a kid, but nobody put it on paper because they didn't want to stigmatize me. But it seems like that's not even as bad as that. I shouldn't say bad. Oh my god, should I do the test? This is embarrassing. I don't want you guys to know what's on this test, but I'm gonna do it. The Extreme Demand Avoidance Questionnaire. Ooh. Okay, so I started reading this. This is not a thing. This is just me being a piece of shit. Okay. This one only has 8, but it says obsessively resists and avoids ordinary demands and requests. Yeah. Like having to go to bed or eat. Or, you know. Anyway. Is driven by the need to be in charge. I mean, if you know me. This one is the one I was laughing about. Tells other children how they should behave, but does not feel the rules apply to them. I'm feeling that to this day. That's just me being a piece of shit. Has difficulty complying with demands unless they're carefully presented. This is why I'm self-employed. Because it's just not an option. Like, I'm allowed to be a fucking bitch where I work. Real mean. Okay. Seems unaware of the differences between themselves and authority. I'm just having like flashes of like every time I've been in that situation. I take pride in that one. See, this is why I look at the world differently. Because of that. Seems unaware of the difference between themselves and authority. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always have. The reason I thought that, though, is because of trauma as a kid where I didn't trust adults or respect them because they're just as stupid as children, and I knew that as soon as I literally, like, came out of the cunt, so I'm like, yeah, no. Mood changes very rapidly. I mean, these are kind of like borderline personality shit. And autism, and all these diagnoses just lap over. Every part of my brain is fucked. It's all fucked. If this part's not firing, this part's good. I don't know. Uses What? Wait. Uses outrageous or shocking behavior to get out of doing something. What would that be? To get out of doing something. No. If I don't go to bed, I just lay on the couch. To get out of doing something. So a crazy reason that I can't do something simple? I can't think of anything. Has bouts of extreme emotional responses to small events. Crying/giggling. Wait, are you telling me? Oh, I never realized this until this moment. That the reason I laugh so hard is because of that. That's funny. The reason I laugh a lot is also the reason I cry and wanna... Okay, well that was fucking hilarious. Good God. Should I find another one? Wow, that was really insightful. Let me save that. That taught me some interesting words. I just preach about this on the internet. Seems unaware of the differences between themselves and authority figures. This is why I have all the perspectives I do on the world. Because when they told me the way they did things, I didn't look at it as, oh, that's how it is. I looked at it as, I guarantee you're fucking lying. I also have a hard time though with questionnaires because like I can relate to everything. So, you know what I mean? Do you find it difficult to do simple things that other people find easy? Duh, I have ADHD. Do you dislike praise? No, baby, give me it. Do you find it harder? Well, depends who's giving it. Do you find it harder to do tasks? I'm being pathologically avoided while I'm doing this. Oh, fuck. Do you find it harder to do tasks that you have to do? Doesn't everyone? Okay, hold on. Let me highlight this because that's fucking weird to say. Do you find it more difficult to complete tasks when people are watching? I don't, probably, because I've put myself in a position where people don't watch me do tasks anymore. Do you feel a need to take charge, but dislike being placed in charge? I've never thought of it like that. That's really funny. And people will just put me in charge because they know I'm gonna take charge anyway, but that makes me mad. That's funny, I've never heard that one. Do you dislike being rushed? It's not an option. Do you feel, do you feel unsure of how you'll react in a situation despite past experiences? No. I can't keep my eyes where we are. Do you feel like others are always wrong? Even though you know logically that isn't true. Absolutely not. No. What? Of course not. If I logically know someone's wrong, then they're right. The fuck? Do you dislike imposed routine? I can't do it. Like as a kid, I couldn't go to school. I don't know how I made it out. Have you ever struggled in work school due to the amount of work required of you? Yeah, I have learning disabilities. Do you tend to avoid routine tasks? Such as washing, eating, dressing, sleeping, and going out. Yeah, everyone does. Do you find it difficult to start things you enjoy? Yeah, I haven't done a photo shoot in like fucking 8 months. Do you struggle to tell when you're feeling anxious? No. Do you believe you rarely feel anxious? Absolutely not. Have you ever experienced anxiety? Do you feel anxious when pressured to do something? Even if it's easy? Yeah. Do you spend more time delaying avoiding a task than actually do it? Duh. Are you kidding me? I'll do laundry like once every 4 months because I never wear clothes because it's going to be such a stressful task, and then it takes me like 2.5 hours. That's funny.